Welcome to another episode of the Meal Prep Tech. We got a lot going on today. I don't even know if I'm going to finish this in 15 minutes, but I'm going to try. So I'm cooking and I wrote it down because it's a tongue twister. Bow tie pasta with wild mushroom sauce and chicken. So the first thing we're going to do, let me just go over the ingredients quick. We have a crap ton of mushrooms. It called for 3/4 of a cup of mushrooms. I probably have like 4 or 5, maybe 6 cups of mushrooms in this because I love mushrooms. We got chicken, we got red onions. I made my own Creole seasoning. That's what's gonna make these mushrooms wild. So I made my own Creole seasoning. I'm gonna post how I made that seasoning. I got red bell peppers, onions. Oh wait, that's not an onion, that's garlic, olive oil, salt. Where's the pepper? I don't know where the pepper is. I'll have to find it. We need pepper, and we have Parmesan cheese. This is just for garnish at the end, so I'm gonna put this away for now. I don't know where the pepper is, and I need pepper. So while you're recording, babe, find the pepper somewhere. But anyway, did you find it? No, I can't even think straight. No pepper?
I just used it.
You just used it and we lost the pepper. We just used it and we lost the pepper.
Just keep doing your thing.
I can't focus anymore. We don't have pepper. I'm not prepared.
I found the pepper.
All right, the pepper's been found. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start this wild mushroom sauce, and we're gonna turn the heat on to like a medium here. We're gonna make sure the pan is nice and hot. That's the first thing we're gonna do. We're gonna start with the sauce, we're gonna come back to the chicken, and I'm actually gonna use the griddle to cook the chicken today. So I was gonna use the grill, but I wanna keep everything just in the kitchen. I don't wanna run back and forth. So, can everyone see and hear me? I was having technical difficulties yesterday. Just put on there, if you're listening or watching, that you can see and that you can hear me, not just hear me. But anyway, we're going to start with the sauce then. So first we're going to put olive oil. I have my list here too, so I don't forget. Olive oil, garlic, onion, and red peppers in the pan. So we're going to put the olive oil in here. And just put as much as you want, as little as you want. I mean, there's no secret to it. Just make sure you got enough in there. Spread it around. Let that get hot before you start throwing stuff in there though. So let that get hot. Alright, something's wrong here. There we go. Is that good? Alright, so let that get hot. We're going to throw the onions, the red peppers, and some garlic in here. And we're just going to let that cook for about 3 or 4 minutes just to soften up. While that's cooking, I'm going to start prepping the chicken, and we're going to throw that on the griddle because that's probably going to take the longest. The main thing here, like this is not on right. There we go. The sauce is the main part of this dish. That's what's going to give it all the flavor. I'm also using bow tie pasta, and I'm using the tricolor pasta. So there you go, bow tie pasta. Tricolor, I'm using 24 ounces, so about 1.5 pounds of pasta for 6 days. I have a lot to talk about pasta, by the way, so you know who you are. If you know you're watching, we're going to talk about it. But we'll get to that when we get to it. Alright, so let's add the onions. There we go, nice and hot. Let's add the bell peppers. Nice and hot. And of course, throw some garlic in there. You want to put this down to like medium. Just let that cook. Alright. That's on medium. Let that cook. And we're going to start seasoning the chicken now. So, for the chicken, where's the bowl I had for the chicken? Where's the bowl I had? It's in the bowl. What am I talking about? So, for me, the way I'm seasoning this chicken today, I just have chicken breast, by the way. I'm just going to use some salt. Where's the pepper? I feel like that's all I've said this video. Where's the pepper? Is anybody watching? Anyone watching live?
Yeah.
Who's watching? Can you see?
Jolisa.
Jolisa, what's going on? Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.
Coriander.
I don't know how much pepper I'm putting in this thing. I'm just putting pepper in it.
Nick.
Can you give me last names for the 1 millionth time, please?
Corrado.
Nick, what's going on, Nick? Thanks for watching.
It says Shirley joined.
She probably left.
But I don't know.
Alright, we're adding parsley flakes as well. I like to add parsley flakes to it. So salt, pepper, parsley flakes. I like to add a little garlic salt on top of the regular salt. I like to add cumin to the chicken. That's a little wild, right? Wild mushroom and wild chicken. Does cumin go part of that?
Wild chicken?
Yeah, we're gonna make some wild chicken. Chili powder for a little color. Little chili powder. And we're gonna end it with a little paprika. So we just wanna get good color in this chicken. And I started mixing this with the spoon, but that's gonna take too long. So we're going all in. We're using our hands. Don't be scared to get dirty in here. Use your hands. Do whatever you got to do. I'm actually going to put a little olive oil in this too. Put a little olive oil in there. There we go. Ah, yes. There we go. So, you want to get a nice color on that chicken. Mix that in really well. So what did I use? Salt, pepper, dry parsley, chili powder, paprika, cumin, and garlic salt. And then regular garlic. Well, I haven't put the regular garlic in it. But, where's the chicken spoon? There it is. Just a little bit. Let's do a little bit more. Let's move this a little bit. Let that keep cooking. We just want that to soften up a little. There we go. We're going to keep mixing this. Can you get the spray for me, please? I wish you guys can see how Jesse's moving with that camera in reverse. We might need 2 cameras in here to catch all angles. Look, I'm right here now. Alright, just get the spray, it doesn't matter with the camera, just let's get that spray in here. Alright, so I'm going to use the griddle. I have the griddle set already to 400 degrees. Wash my hand here quick. So we did 400 degrees on the griddle. We're just going to spray that up. And the computer is right there, so I'm probably going to get some spray on the computer as Jesse moves it for me. And we're going to keep this simple. We're just going to take these chicken breasts, and eventually I'm going to slice them. Eventually I'm going to slice them. You see that? Quick and easy to season.
Slice them how?
I don't know yet. I might do strips. I might do cubes. I might do chunks. I don't know. But I'm going to cut them up. I just don't know how yet.
Why?
Just because when you cut them, I feel like when I mix them with the sauce, it's going to absorb the flavor better. So that's why I'm going to cut them up. You don't have to cut them up. You can leave them whole. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them up and I'm going to mix them with the sauce that I'm making. So it's been a couple minutes here. It's been a couple minutes. Alright, that smells good. It's a good start. Let's put this back to medium. Where's my list? Where's my list in order? So now we're going to add, let's see. We're going to add some seasoning. Again, this is a Creole seasoning. And I'm going to post the recipe for this. How many things were in here? Like, what? Like 8 or 9?
Yeah.
Yeah. One of these Wednesdays, I'm also going to go over seasonings you should have in your cabinet that I think if you have, you'll be able to make almost anything with good flavor. That smells good. Alright, so we're just going to add some seasoning in here. I think I put too much, but oh well. More flavor, more flavor. Alright, good flavor in there. And it's looking a little dry, but it's alright, because like I said last time when I cooked with mushrooms, mushrooms are like all water. So we're going to put mushrooms in there and it's going to water it down a little bit. So now we're going to take, I do have fresh herbs here. Herbs or herbs? How do you say it? Where are the scissors?
Herb.
Herbs? I say herbs. Is that wrong?
Yeah.
Well, whatever it is, we got fresh ones. So we got here some cilantro. We're going to use some parsley. Let's do, this is Italian parsley, by the way. Use some parsley.
I think we should take a poll.
A poll about what?
How many people think cilantro tastes like soap?
Crazy people. That's easy.
I said how many, not what type of people.
Well, if it's 4 crazy people. So cilantro, basil, and oh, I also have cilantro, Probably shouldn't have mixed the parsley, but oh well. If you're gonna use basil, use fresh basil. There's nothing like using
Nick
fresh
Morado
basil.
said I do.
Nick, I'm sorry, dude. You're one of those crazy. Cilantro tastes amazing.
Ugh.
We also have rosemary here, some fresh rosemary. So you want to start throwing that in there. You just want to chop this all up. Can you move that for me, man?
Like around?
Yeah, just stir it a little bit. We're gonna throw this in here.
Oh, my camera still wants to crack.
We're gonna chop this up. Now you can use this dry. I don't know if it's on me.
It's on the herbs.
On the herbs.
The herbs.
Now you can use dry ingredients, but the fresh ingredients are gonna just, oh my gosh, they're gonna be so much better. It's really gonna take it to another level. And then when we're done cooking, you can use more of it for garnish. It's gonna be amazing. All right, you don't want it too thin. I mean, that looks about right. Then we're gonna throw that in there. Boom. And now, all right, just mix that up. We're gonna use all these mushrooms. I used a ton of mushrooms, but I'm just gonna show you how I chopped them up. I had the rest chopped up already. So, I like to keep the stem in. That's good, just leave it. Put it on low, please. Just lower it, you don't want it to burn. So I keep the stem in it, I just chop it off so I have a flat surface, so when I cut it, it doesn't move too much. And when I cut it, I just go up and down, up and down. I like to leave them thick, because mushrooms shrink when you cook them. So, boom, that's it. I like to leave them thick. And we started a little late today, by the way. We started 5 minutes later than normal, just because I was doing a lot of prep work, and it took a little longer than expected. But I will never let you guys hanging. If I say I'm gonna cook, I'm cooking for you. So what are we seasoning these mushrooms with? Easy. I'm gonna put some more Creole seasoning on it. Because it's wild mushroom sauce, that's what makes it wild. Did we put salt in that seasoning? I don't remember.
Yes.
Okay, we put salt in it, so I'm not gonna use more salt. I know we put more pepper in it. Definitely garlic. I'm just gonna use the whole thing. And that's all you really need. Just that Creole seasoning and put some garlic in there. Just mix that up nice. And then we're gonna throw this with everything else that's been cooking. The chicken, don't forget about it. I got my eye on it from here. Don't forget about the chicken. What time are we? We're like at 12 minutes. This might not be done in 15, but it's alright. Even if it takes 20 or 25, it's still a quick meal prep. And I'm eating 6 times with this. The pasta is one thing I'm not making on the meal prep video. I figure you all know how to make pasta. So just do that. And then you're going to put the pasta down first.
Look how big the fits.
It's going to fit. It's mushrooms. They're going to shrink. Are you hating right now?
No.
Yo, Jesse's the biggest hater. For you guys that don't know, Jesse is one of the biggest haters I know.
Not a hater. I'm a truther.
A truther. She thinks it's the truth. It's hating in my eyes. This is going to get watered down because they're mushrooms. And you'll see what I'm talking about here in a couple of minutes. I put the temperature up. I almost said I put the volume up. But I guess that would be right, see? Oh, that's... the seasoning got me. Sorry, guys. That seasoning went right up my nose. It was the cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper and the pepper. Alright. Let that cook for a little. Now, this is going to be a little watery, so we're using diced tomatoes with basil, garlic, and oregano in it. Diced tomatoes, basil, garlic, and oregano. We're not going to put the whole thing in right now. We're just going to use about half the can. You can get that juice in there. Use about half the can. Keep mixing that up. Turn the heat up. Turn the heat up. We want to really break those mushrooms down. Alright. Oh, that smells great. It's smelling real good. Can you see how many people are watching up top? Yesterday it was giving me problems.
It says live 3.
3, okay, so it does tell you. Yesterday